Daf Yomi, Tractate, Bava Metzia, page 119. A, top of the page. This is the final daf, or Amud, but also it's a daf of the day for Bava Metzia. Will conclude the tractate. We're on the top of the page with the words of Tunan Nami. Right. Daf 119. And we also learned a case like this in a Braita, Tosefta Orla 1.4, with regard to the prohibition against eating the fruit of a tree during the first 3 years after its planting. Orla. In the case of a tree that sprouts from the trunk and from the roots of an old tree, its owner is obligated in Orla, since it is considered like a new tree, and the Orla must be counted anew. This is the statement of Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Yehuda says, if it sprouts from the trunk, the owner is exempt, since it is considered like a branch of the old tree. But if it grows from the roots, the owner is obligated. The Gemara comments, in both cases are necessary to be stated, although they are both based on the same principle. As, had it taught us only the first halacha, the first law, that of ownership, one could say that it is only with regard to this case that Rabbi Yehuda has said his ruling, due to the fact that it pertains to monetary matters. But with regard to Orla, which is a matter of prohibition, one could say that he concedes to Rabbi Meir. And if it was stated only with regard to this case of Orla, one could say that it is only with regard to this case that Rabbi Meir said his stringent ruling. But with regard to that case, one could say that he concedes to Rabbi Yehuda. It is therefore necessary to state both disputes. The Mishnah teaches, Rabbi Shimon said, Amar Rabbi Shimon, Kol she'elyon yachol lifshot, Rabbi Shimon said that any vegetables that the owner of the upper garden can stretch out his hand and take, those vegetables are his, and the rest belong to the owner of the lower garden. In the school of Rabbi Yanai, they say, and this is only so provided that he does not force himself, but simply stretches out his hand in the usual manner. By Ravanan, v'tem Rav Yirmiyah, Ravanan, and some say it was Rabbi Yirmiyah, raised a dilemma. If the owner of the upper garden can reach its leaves, but he cannot reach its roots, or if he can reach its roots, but he cannot reach its leaves, what is the halacha? Is the plant considered to be in his reach or not? Do we say that the roots are connected to the leaves, so since the leaves are within his reach, he can get the roots also? Or let's say the roots were within his reach, the plant was turned towards the roots, however that would work out, but not the leaves. Is there an extension? Teiku. No answer was found for this question, and the Gemara concludes that the dilemma shall stand resolved. And according to Rabbi Aaron Pessin's book Teiku, which I'm following closely and reading, studying, this is the 153rd Teiku in Talmud Bavli. Amar Ephraim Safram, Talmido Shal Reish Lakish, Mishum Reish Lakish, Halacha Rabbi Shimon. Ephraim the scribe was a student, excuse me, who was a student of Reish Lakish, says in the name of Reish Lakish that the halacha is according to the opinion of Rabbi Shimon. They stated this case before the Persian king Shapur, who expressed an interest in this legal issue, and he said to them, let them offer praise. Aprin. That's the letter, language of praise. To Rabbi Shimon, he too felt that this was the best resolution. Hadron Allah Habayas Veliyah, we shall return to you, chapter Habayas Veliyah, Uslikala, Mesechtes Bava Metzia. And this concludes Tractate Bava Metzia.